Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be making a Butterfinger chocolate chip cookie. This one's fantastic. It's one of my favorite recipes, so stick around if you want to see more. All right, so the first step, we're going to be browning our unsalted butter. We're going to be doing 1 stick. It's going to take a while, and make sure you don't burn the butter. So we're going to be doing it slowly over a low to medium heat, as you'll see right here. All right, once our butter is brown, we're actually going to be adding it to a mixing bowl. We're not gonna be doing anything fancy with a stand mixer or a hand mixer because probably a lot of you don't have this at home, and you know what? You don't need it for this recipe. So we're gonna be transferring this to a glass bowl right here. I almost forgot, but another really important thing to do is let your butter cool at least 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise, you're gonna get a really greasy cookie when you cook it. All right, after it's been about 15 to 20 minutes and our butter is finally cooled down, we're gonna be adding about 110 grams of brown sugar and 100 grams of white sugar. I've listed all of these ingredients out for you in the description box below. All right, so this is the easy part. You simply just need a spatula. We're gonna add our sugar right here, and we're gonna get mixing. All right, so once we got like a nice grainy texture with our sugar and our butter all mixed in, we're gonna be adding 1 room temperature egg. It's really important that you get this to room temperature in order for it to mix and form dough properly. All right, so let's crack this in. All right, and we're just gonna mix it around until everything is perfectly homogeneous. All right, once our batter has a nice glossy texture to it, almost like a lava-like consistency, we're gonna be adding our teaspoon of vanilla. And we're also gonna be adding half a teaspoon of kosher salt and half a teaspoon of baking soda right into that vanilla. Make sure to mix this around thoroughly, and then we'll get to our flour. All right, for our flour, we're gonna do 160 grams of all-purpose flour. And again, I have other measurements in the description box below. So let's go ahead and add this to our batter. All right, once we've added our flour in, we're gonna mix this all around until it's completely homogeneous and all together. And while you're mixing this together, it's kind of difficult without a stand mixer. Something I like to do is kind of press down on the dough like this. It's called creaming the dough, almost smashing it into itself, folding, and then you're smashing it. All right, next we're gonna be prepping our chocolate bar. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cut this up on a cutting board because it gives it nice, inconsistent, imperfect shards of chocolate in your cookie, and it is fantastic. All right, so this is very important. You're basically going to just diagonally hack into the bar. I like to put my weight on the back of the blade, make sure your fingers are clear. Come down just like that. All right, so once you chop this up safely, we're gonna be adding it to our cookie dough. I just, dump her on it, and just like that. You're actually going to be folding this in nice and gently. It might take a little while, and your spatula might bend like mine, but you'll get there eventually. All right, once we got that mixed around, we're going to add our Butterfinger package. I'm only gonna do about half of this. You can do as much as you want, but I don't want it to overwhelm the chocolate and the cookie itself. I just wanna have little bits of Butterfinger all spread out throughout the cookie. So let's add about half of this in right here. All right, we got about half of our package in there. Let's go ahead and mix it all up just like we did with the chocolate. All right, now that we've got it all mixed together, we're going to be adding it to our cookie tray. Okay, I actually moved these to a different baking sheet because I'm gonna stick them in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes so that the cookie can kind of solidify, so when it cooks, it doesn't become like a pancake in your oven. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stick these in the oven for about 12 to 14 minutes. You just gotta really keep an eye on it for it to form a nice crust. Something I like to do is put a sheet of wax paper so that they won't stick whatsoever, and they're actually already starting to kind of melt because I preheated this pan. All right, they're done. Let's go ahead and take them out of the oven. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set these down over here. All right, y'all, so I actually waited 24 hours because I wanted the cookies to sit in, just a classic Tupperware container, and I wanted to really taste them out, after that initial time, because that's what most people would do, just to give you kind of an idea of how they tasted. So I've been waiting. Not gonna lie, I had a few yesterday. They were amazing. So we're gonna try a little bit now in some milk and just taste it out. Wow. That is excellent. It's really chewy. You can taste the Butterfinger coming through, the chocolate chip. I put a little bit of flaky salt on it. 10 out of 10, guys. Definitely try this one at home. If you want to share this video, subscribe if you want to see more. But I had a blast, and I'll see you at the next one.